The vast majority of gas used for industrial uses, such as welding and cutting, is purchased in cylinders. These cylinders must be constructed and maintained in accordance with the Department of Transportation's regulations. All cylinders must bear the DOT, Interstate Commerce Commission, or ICC specifications markings. The contents in the cylinder must be marked on each cylinder in large letters. Oxygen is a common gas supplied in cylinders. The usual size for welding contains 244 cubic feet of oxygen under a pressure of 2,200 pounds per square inch, which is a lot of pressure. A protective cap is supplied with each cylinder to protect the valve when the cylinder is not connected for use. Pure oxygen will not burn or explode. It supports combustion. It means it causes other substances to burn when they are raised to the kindling temperature. Combustible materials burn much more rapidly in oxygen than in air. Oxygen forms explosive mixtures in certain proportions with acetylene, hydrogen, and other combustible materials. Acetylene for welding and cutting is usually supplied in cylinders having a capacity up to about 300 cubic feet of dissolved acetylene under pressure of 250 pounds per square inch. Acetylene cylinder should be completely filled with an improved porous material impregnated with acetone, the solvent for acetylene. Since acetylene is highly soluble in acetone at cylinder filling pressure, large quantities of acetylene can be stored in comparatively small cylinders at relatively low pressure. Acetylene and oxygen are combined in weld operations, as acetylene burns oxygen and produce a higher flame temperature of approximately 6,000 degrees Fahrenheit than any other gas used commercially. The hazard appears to be quite high, considering flammable limits of acetylene, which range from 2.5% to 81% acetylene in air. Handling or using any compressed gas cylinder, extreme caution is the basic safety rule. LP gas is another compressed gas stored in approved cylinders. Liquefied petroleum gases include any material which is composed predominantly of hydrocarbons such as propane, propylene, butane, and butylenes. The gases liquefy under moderate pressure but convert into a gaseous state upon relief of the pressure. Containers have special approval markings and pressure relief valves for safety. LP gas is quite flammable and must be handled with extreme care. Serious accidents may result from misuse, abuse, or mishandling of compressed gas cylinders. Persons handling cylinders under pressure should be properly trained and follow all company policies and procedures relating to compressed gases. Let's take a look at some basic safety rules. However, each company may have their own established rules and procedures. In this case, follow your company's policies and procedures. The rules outlined in this program are basic safety rules. Number 1. Accept only cylinders approved for use in interstate commerce or transportation of compressed gases. Number 2. Do not remove or change numbers or marks stamped on cylinders. Number 3. Because of their shape, smooth surface, and weight, cylinders are difficult to carry by hand. Cylinders may be rolled on their bottom edge, but must never be dragged. Cylinders weighing more than 40 pounds must be transported on a hand or motorized truck suitably secured to keep them from falling. Number 4. Protect cylinders from cuts and abrasions. Number 5. Do not lift compressed gas cylinders with an electromagnet. Where cylinders must be handled by a crane or hoist, carry them in a cradle or suitable platform and take extreme care that they are not dropped or bumped. Do not use slings to carry gas cylinders. Number 6. Do not drop cylinders or let them strike each other violently. Number 7. Do not use cylinders for rollers, supports, or any purpose other than to contain gas. Number 8. When in doubt about the proper handling of a compressed gas cylinder or its contents, consult the supplier of the gas or your supervisor. Number 9. Do not tamper with safety devices in valves or on cylinders. Number 10. When empty cylinders are to be returned to the vendor, mark them empty or empty with chalk. Close the valves and replace the valve protection caps if the cylinder is designed to accept a cap. Cylinder caps must be on the cylinders anytime it is not connected to valves and gauges for use. Number 11. Load cylinders to be transported to allow as little movement as possible. Secure them to prevent violent contact or upsetting. Number 12. Always consider cylinders as being full and handle them with care and respect. Accidents resulted when containers under partial pressure were thought to be empty. Acetylene cylinders have fusible safety plug that melt at about the boiling point of water. If an outlet valve becomes clogged with ice or is frozen, it should be thawed with warm water applied to the valve. Never use boiling water, and of course, never try to thaw out the plug with any type of flame or high temperature. When storing cylinders, be sure to store them in a safe, dry, and well-ventilated place, specifically prepared and reserved for this purpose. Flammable substances such as oil and volatile liquids should not be stored in the same area. Cylinders should not be stored near elevators, gangways, stairwells, or other places where they can be knocked down or damaged. Cylinders of oxygen should not be stored within 20 feet of cylinders containing flammable gases or to highly combustible materials. If the oxygen cylinder must be stored closer, the cylinders must be separated by a fire-resistant partition at least 5 feet high and have a fire resistance rating of at least 1.5 hours. Acetylene and LP gas cylinders should be stored with the valve end up. Store cylinders on fireproof flooring, and to prevent rusting, cylinders stored in the open should be protected from ground contact and against extreme weather conditions, including rain, ice, and the continuous rays of direct sunlight. Be sure any cylinder that is not designed for temperatures in excess of 130 degrees Fahrenheit are not stored near sources of heat. Of course, proper enforcement of the no sparks, open flames, or no smoking rules of vital importance. When cylinders are stored, they must be properly chained or locked to prevent falling. Most oxygen acetylene welding portable units are stored on carts, but when the cylinders are not stored on a proper cart, they must be chained or protected from falling. Drop cylinders can burst open, creating violent reactions, explosions, or cause cylinder to fly through the air. Tremendous pressure inside compressed gas cylinders can create some disastrous effects if not properly handled. These are the basic safety rules of handling and storing compressed gas cylinders. Your organization may have additional rules, so it's up to you to know, understand, and follow your company's procedures when handling and storing these cylinders. Thank you.